love and marriage. Huntsville ain't playing with nobody, okay? I am living for the drama. I'm so sorry this is going on in these people's lives. And I personally don't like drama in my own life, but I do like it on my TV, and they are not disappointing. Okay? Okay. Now, personally, I watch the show. I follow them on the blogs. I'm in the Facebook groups. Um, so I'm quite invested in this show. Okay. So okay, okay, all right. Season 2, episode 11 is basically a continuation of last season. The drama continues. Okay, they should have called this. The drama continues. So it starts out with Maurice is hosting a Black business town hall meeting. It looks to be very informative, very effective. They have a lot of local business owners, local Black business owners who seem to be willing to share advice and information. Okay. So that was real cute. We get past that. Now, Mel is in Atlanta. Mel has gone away to Atlanta to spend time with her brother, to, in her words, mourn the marriage she thought she had and prepare for the divorce she knows she needs. So in this scene, she really gets into explaining why she was trying to save her marriage in terms of her concern about the emotional impact on her children. You don't want your children to take that on. I'm not a mother, and I know that. So, I'm not a Mel fan, and I get that. I understand. She wanted to, more than save her marriage, she wanted to save her children the heartache. Can't get mad at that. She's a mama. I understand that. So then, they talk about the fact that she has finally filed for divorce, that, she's ready to go back and get her house, that Martell basically ran her out of the house. And she going back to get her house. She ain't got time to play with Martell. Oh, Lord, then. We go back to Huntsville. We get to the house. Martell is at the house with the kids, by himself. Talking about how difficult it is to, have these 4 children by himself. Mel is off in Atlanta living her life. And, and I'm here with the kids by myself. And I'm so glad his mama showed up. The way she came in there and dragged him for filth. Thank you, mama. Thank you. Okay? Because, one, you complaining and carrying on about taking care of your children. This is not a charity setup. These are your children. Okay? That you laid down, made, asked for, and all that. Take care of them. On top of that, the reason you're doing it by yourself is because you wanted to do all kinds of other things with persons other than your wife. So this is a result of your choices, right? So we kind of don't feel bad for you, mainly your mama. So Mama Holt drags him for filth, okay? Mama Holt told him, first of all, she is shocked that they're getting a divorce. Which is kind of like, I don't know why she's shocked either, but, she's shocked. She loves her daughter-in-law. She loves her grandchildren. She loves the family. And she held Martell's ass to the fire, okay? So she gets to telling him how he started this. She gets to telling him how you wanted these children and this marriage and all of this, so you don't complain now. She told he gets to blaming Mel and, well, she stopped taking care of me. When his mama said, well, we can take care of y'all and y'all still step out. Martell, you should just shut up. You was good and done. Like, you was good and done. Because she is a woman at this point. She ain't even your mama no more. She is a woman, okay? And she's letting you know about yourself, okay? Okay? It was a beautiful moment. It was a beautiful moment. It really was. Thank you. So enter Tisha and Marcel. Insert eye roll. Because Tisha especially gets on my nerves. I mean, and for as much as I can't stand most of the foolishness that falls out of Marcel's mouth, I cannot stand Tisha. She gets on my nerves. Their marriage seems so empty. They do not seem like intellectual or emotional equals. So they bond over judging other people's marriages, and how much more messed up their marriages than theirs. So, in true, we don't have nothing going on in our own marriage fashion. So, we can't really carry on a sustainable conversation. Um, as they're throwing shade at each other about how they can replace one another, they bring up the Holts. Like, I'm not even a fan of the Holt. I'm not a fan of those people, okay? They both got their own issues, if you ask me. But what y'all gonna have to get y'all some business. Like, there is no reason y'all should be standing in your kitchen dealing with your children, your household, and your lifestyle, and discussing the needs to maintain your children, your household, and your lifestyle. And anywhere in that comes their marriage. How? Why? What? Why? 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 I'll wait. Now, they bring up Marceau, yeah, no, when the Holtz made me, they broke the mold. Like, that's all Tisha needed. Oh, the Holtz. Did you hear about? Did you hear? Did you? Here she go. Mel finally got the courage to divorce Martell. Tisha, please shut up. Tisha is one of those persons who is so about keeping appearances that she thinks appearances blind people's intelligence. Newsflash, Tisha. I don't care how well you keep up appearances. The appearances that you create do not blind our intelligence, okay? We can tell your husband does not respect you. We can tell that your marriage is empty in every substantial way. We can tell that y'all don't really like each other. Like, and for you to sit up and talk about, oh, Mel finally got the nerve to file divorce. Sweetheart, you need to get the nerve to have a real conversation with your husband. Y'all don't have a conversation outside. The most passion in your conversations are regarding his misogyny or y'all's judgment of somebody else's marriage to make yourself feel better about your own marriage. Like, you need to get the courage to do something other than be a woman child in this marriage, okay? You need to get the courage to accept what we all already know. Your husband has basically all but said he done had a side chick, but as long as it don't come to the forefront, you know, everything is everything. You know, don't worry about what we got going on over here. And you right there, yeah, because as long as I'm a good housemaker and as long as I'll do what Mel did, because Mel brought it to the forefront. I don't know why. Well, she was the one. Who shut up? We finally get to leave Tisha's house. Who child? And then we get to Destiny's house. Now, let me tell you, at first, I was not excited about getting to Destiny's house. Because I didn't care for Destiny last season. I could really take her or leave her. It was like, okay. She came in almost like, I didn't like the fact that she came in on a side. I just didn't like it. It was just something about her that just didn't connect. However, sis brought the heat, okay? Martell shows up as she's, sitting with her designer and things. And at first, I'm like, what is this about? Because I ain't into the man showing up at the homegirl's house. I'm not into that. Okay. So he gets there and they get to talking. One, I'm shocked to find out that Destiny and Martell are the ones that have the history. That they're the ones who've been friends forever. Okay, shock me then. All right. I'm even more shocked to find out that we are at the beginning of Martell Holt's Melody Smear campaign. I am utterly shocked when I realize the mission this man is on. This man has decided he is going to go around to all of their friends and associates and he is going to lay down the law to make them pick sides in an attempt to isolate Melody. He is a narcissist to his core. And if you ask me, I can see where they both have issues. But this took the cake. It was like, Martell, listen, let's say your goal is to get people to understand that, okay, if we're running a scale of villain to victim, that I'm not as, what your goal is to get people to see I'm not as far on the villain side as you think, and she's not as far on the victim side as you think. That's your goal. Your execution is horrible. This ain't how you go about it. Because all you doing is pissing us off. You're pissing us, because what is this? Like, you are literally going to y'all's friends, to someone who has become her good friend and who has found a good friend in her. You're going to her and telling her, I just made some demands in our divorce, so this divorce is probably gonna get ugly. And my suggestion to you is that you better not pick her side, especially because we got 20 plus years of friendship history over here. What in the messy man hell is going on? What in the messy man hell is going on when you are running around to your wife's friends trying to smear her, trying to, I guess, assassinate her character? You know your kids gonna see this one day? That's the part I wonder. Do you know that your children are going to see this one day? And you're gonna have to explain which trigger went off in your mind that said, you know what the best thing to do is? I'm going to tell everybody she ain't shit. That's my plan. I'm going to tell everybody she ain't shit. And they need to just don't deal with her. Whether you like Melody or not, one thing she does is she does do her best wearing a number of hats, okay? And she does her best to look good while she's doing it. So she prides herself on decorum, on being a multitasker who gets the job done, on being every woman. And his goal is to say, yeah, you might be every woman, but not here. See, because everybody else can affirm her in every way. Everybody else can tell, he's crazy. You're a great mother. He's crazy. You're a great businesswoman. He's crazy. We know you had these dreams before him. Nobody else can affirm, though, that you're sexually satisfying. So that's what he's going to go for. And the fact that he keeps bringing up their sex life to people is so, it is at the very least cringy, at the very worst predatory, and emotionally violent. But y'all don't want me to get deep, okay? And let me tell you, he's killing two birds with one stone. He is going to attack her self-esteem and make her uncomfortable in her own womanhood by saying that she could not only could she not satisfy him, this little girl over here could. He's also putting out a dog whistle to men to try to say, she's no good in bed, ain't no point in trying her, leave her where she at. Baby, they gonna try that product. Okay? So, he's going in, and Destiny is just not going for the foolishness. He starts to attack her womanhood. Well, that's what's wrong with you. That's why you gonna get cheated on. And yeah, hold on, homie. Wait a minute. All because I tell you I'm not buying the story you running around selling. Now you look real crazy. Destiny, she got my respect. She got my respect because she held his ass to the fire. Like, you're just not gonna run this game. Like, you're not. And then you gonna attack me because I won't go with it. Oh, okay. Now, after Martell goes to Destiny's house and tries to tell her how she's up next to be cheated on because she don't buy his foolishness. Like, that's women's problem. That's your problem right there. That's why. I thought we was talking about your marriage. Why is that my problem? Well, it's gonna be your problem. Whoo, that's a hater. Anyway, after we leave stop 1 on the smear campaign, we go to stop 2 on the smear campaign, which is Tisha and Marceau's lounge that's under construction. They're in there having some staged conversation about Biden picking Kamala as the VP on his ticket. They segue into this inevitable conversation of how Marceau never really considered how his chauvinist mentality might affect his daughters. Anyway, this is why I can't indulge in them. This is why I can't. You know this man is desperate. When he shows up to Tisha and Marceau, the same Marceau who he done run up on at the gym calling out his name. The same Marceau who he has accused of having 20 women's. You know he's desperate. So he shows up there to make amends with them on the basis that he was misled to dislike them by Melody. Everything is Mel's fault. Everything is Mel's problem. This man is on one. So this is the one time I like, as much as I want Tisha to shut up, this is the one time I'm like, okay, Tisha, yeah, you make sense now. Go ahead, talk, girl. So Tisha's like, hold on. Before Mel said this, and well, I didn't know Mel was doing that. She said, Martell, you made statements out of your mouth that directly impacted our marriage. And so now Martell ain't trying to take back that 20 girls comment. He is not trying to take it back. It's some truth to that. I don't care what nobody say. It's some truth. It's some truth to that comment. And he is literally only taking it back because his goal to destroy Mel's reputation is bigger than his need to stand by what he said about Marceau. He is not trying to take it back. So, Tisha, you and Miss Wanda might want to keep digging, okay? Because the way Martell looked at the end of that conversation, it was like, if I weren't so desperate to destroy Melody, I would stand 10 toes down on that 20 girls comment. Before I take it back, I add more to it. That's how he looked. I'm like, all right, okay. I feel like Marceau and Tisha milked this moment, okay? Because y'all were mutually talking trash, okay? Y'all were in the confessionals, making jokes and laughing and kikiing, and Marceau especially And then you carry on in this moment about how you hurt me and this and you know, and Martell got a point. Like, Martell has done wrong. Don't get me wrong. Martell is all the way wrong. However, Martell ain't all wrong all the time. Okay? And all Tisha wants is for you to take it back so I can go on with my illusion of a marriage. And then I can gloat on I made him take it back so my husband is not with 21. Like, girl, re-enter Melody. Melody is back in Huntsville and she calls Destiny. Listen, when Mel asked Destiny about what's going on with her husband and that baby, and Dad said, "Oh, no, yeah, he don't help with the baby. Oh, yeah, he helps." That was cold for you. Will not bring that round here. We got our issues and we don't get along sometimes, but you won't bring your red flags round here, honey. No, we all right. We all right. And then Mel, this is one of my issues. Like, and this is what pissed me off from season 1 with Melody. Your marriage is burning like a dumpster fire in the pits of hell. But you will still take this opportunity to say how the beginning of your marriage is or was better than the beginning of her marriage. And so if she's already having these issues, she's probably going to end up in your shoes at least. Because even though you have a dumpster fire of a marriage now, you know, it was really good in the beginning. Girl, this goes back to you thinking you have the blueprint. You don't have the blueprint. Like, you got the map from the find Where's Waldo, and you can't find Waldo. You do not have the blueprint. Like that. No, he need to get it together. You stop advising people what they need to do with their marriage. Like, stop, please. All y'all on my nerves now. I'm sorry, but I mean, I know you're going through a lot. Mel has this thing where she just comes across like she know everything, and what's going on is evidence that you don't. And I think people would take better to her if she would drop that part. I find it very interesting that she was a little more forthcoming with Martell about the reality of LeBarrick's not helping her than she was with Mel. I'm just saying. So we get to the final scene of the show. Melody shows back up at the house. Martell is at home with the kids. He's in the kitchen. She walks in. You know, he greets her. Hello, Melody. Hello, Martell. How are you? I'm fine. He asked her, do you need help with your suitcase? And her response is no. Do you need help getting all your stuff out, or have you already gotten it out? And she just kind of snaps on him. Granted, I get that she's angry. Granted, I get that she's disgusted and embarrassed and you don't want him in your space. I get that. He may very well be picking. But as long as you've been with this man the same way he knows you and knows your triggers, you know him. And you got to be smarter than to react like that, because his goal is to make you look crazy, and you playing right into the plan. Like, you played right into the plan where you look like the volatile, angry one. Not that you don't have every right to be, but you got to know how to maneuver. You can't just pop off when the man asks you, you need help with your suitcase. We know he's being a jerk. You know he's being a jerk. No, I don't. You ain't got to interact with him. Like, girl, pass him like the Titanic. He done hit an iceberg. If he's sinking, oh, I'm sorry. Pass him. But Melody came in hot. Hot, hot, hot. And she played directly into the point he's trying to make. When the man said, I'm going to get my stuff out tomorrow, you a lie. Well then. And then Martell comes in with the gut punch, which is a why I wish she would have handled him like she knows him. That's what you got to do with them sometimes. You got to handle him like you know him. Okay? Now here he come. I want full custody of the kids. Girl, that man don't want no damn full custody. Any man that's running the street don't want full custody. He just finished crying to his mama about how he need a nanny. I can't take all these 4 kids and I can't be a hoe and take care of 4 children, mama. I can't do it. I can't do it. He don't want no full custody. This is why you got to know how to not be taken off your square by this man. It ain't that he has new tactics. It's just that he is bold enough to use the same old tactics and say crazy stuff to your face. You don't let that man take you off your square. You know he don't want full custody of them damn kids. He wants full custody of your mind. He does not want full custody of those kids. Like, it drove me up a wall that she let him get that kind of reaction out of her. Don't get me wrong. I get it. They'll make you spaz now. But Mel, you know this man. Don't let this man play you. Don't let this man play you. You gotta be smarter than that. You really gotta be smarter than that. Like, you literally play into his hand when you start, I knocked her and I'll beat you and you a lie. And just, girl, let me tell you something you better learn. You better learn how to okay a man to death. Okay. 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 Oh. You gotta learn to okay him. Because y'all gotta raise children together. For the next about 20 years, baby. You got about 20 years with that man. So, unless he just decides he's going to be a deadbeat, which I don't see happening. And it's highly unlikely that he's going to change these narc traits. So, you have to master maneuvering through them. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's so obvious what he's trying to do. And the reason it's so easy to get a reaction out of her is because she is so emotionally vulnerable right now. And it's because she's so angry and she's so hurt that she can barely contain it. And so the least little adjutant gets the reaction out of her. And you can't give him that power. You cannot give him that power. You just cannot. I know you're hurt. I know he gets under your skin. I know you know that he's messing with you. Even when he's playing fake nice. But don't let him take you off your square. Don't let him take you off your square. Honey, it's a whole mess. So the episode basically ends with them exploding on each other, accusing each other of, their side pieces. We know Martell got his. He accuses Melody of having hers, and she accuses him of having their children around the side piece. You done tripped and bumped your head, okay? Eventful is not this. Child, every Saturday now, I'll be ready to do like that. Child, after all that, that's episode 1. Okay? I'm excited. I'm excited. Not like, I'm not gonna say I'm excited to see, a family or a relationship fall apart, but it's just, if you are into reality shows or documentaries or anything that's supposed to be documenting the real lives of people, it's like getting to be a fly on the wall. And I am here for it. I am real over all the housewives. So I'm really excited to see what this season brings. That is Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 2, episode 11. They call it a whole lot of drama. I call it the drama continues, honey. So I do plan to review this show every week because I'm gonna watch it every week. So I'll be right back here right next week sometime. That's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. Thank you. Thanks for coming by. I'll see you next week.